The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will put total leather and will get started. He'll call for the fair catch here. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Trying to beat him to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12, but all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation, to be the best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the toss. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. Think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Go straight ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Going with the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking left. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense would come out and take over at the 44. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wide receiver shows motion. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in here, got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. It's complete to the left. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's McCoy. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, dope was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He unleashes a long one. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, no.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Winston. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Gibson. And the returner will be brought down. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give to Davis. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
On defense, when they line up with numbers, they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of sudden they mix in counters and they pull one or two guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job on the offense, keeping the defense on their heels.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
My old coach said, "Don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain."
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Unloads it left. It's caught. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it on.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me there, RD.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Going up top on first down. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looking to throw it again. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll pull it down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. A lot of urgency for this offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
And they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
29 Philly. 2-9 ready.
He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
That's caught. It's Jordan. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback. Let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around him stronger. His QB's just got some good wheels.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish.
And be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Toss to the outside. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
They run the reverse. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped at the perfect moment. He would give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Give to the running back. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. Then he breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection.
The ball squirts free, and he falls on top of his own foot. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know is this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Firing toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, this offensive line knew they had a huge challenge coming into this game because the defense registered 6 sacks their last time out. They knew that they were going to have to win some one-on-ones up front. They finally lost the battle on that last play, though. That was the first sack they've allowed in this game.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk of play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll give it to him again. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Vanderbilt is running away with things. And boy, if this keeps up, the party is on in Nashville tonight. They're up by 27 over the Pandas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Touchdown, USC! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense gets to the quarterback. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket starts to collapse. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't